Have you ever found yourself reacting impulsively, in a manner so uncharacteristic that it leaves you puzzled, questioning, who was that and where did it come from? Such moments of unexpected anger, jealousy, or fear are not mere outliers in our behavior. They are windows into the vast, uncharted territories of our own psyche, areas we seldom visit or even acknowledge: the shadow self. The concept of the shadow self originates from the depths of analytical psychology, proposed by Carl Gustav Jung, one of the most influential figures in understanding the human mind. Jung introduced the idea of the shadow as the darker side of our personality. It's composed of the parts of ourselves we choose to reject or ignore. Unlike the persona, which we gladly display to the world as our social mask, the shadow is the repository for our unaccepted parts, desires deemed too dangerous, emotions too vulnerable, and thoughts too unsettling. It's the alter ego, the Mr. Hyde to our Dr. Jekyll, residing in the unconscious, only making its presence known through certain behaviors that seem to betray our known selves. But why should we care about this idea? Why venture into a realm that seems, at first glance, to be a source of discomfort and potential turmoil? The exploration and integration of the shadow self are far from mere academic exercises. They are crucial steps towards achieving psychological wholeness and personal growth. By ignoring this aspect of our psyche, we leave unattended the roots of behaviors and emotions that can unexpectedly surface and disrupt our lives. Conversely, acknowledging and integrating this concept can lead to a profound understanding of ourselves, providing a source of vitality and a pathway to authenticity. This journey is not just about uncovering what is hidden, but about reconciling and integrating these aspects into our conscious life. The process of shadow work allows for a transformation that can significantly enhance our personal development, improving relationships, creativity, and emotional balance. It offers us a mirror to see our complete selves, not as fragmented beings perennially at war with our inner nature, but as whole, harmonious entities capable of immense depth and growth. In this exploration, we'll delve into the nature of the shadow, uncovering its origins, characteristics, and the profound impact it can wield on our lives. We aim to illuminate the paths through which the shadow can manifest, through projections onto others, sudden emotional outbursts, or the unconscious sabotage of our own goals, and how these manifestations can serve as signposts for our personal development journey. Moreover, we'll traverse the rich landscapes of mythology and ancient stories where this concept has been portrayed and engaged with through the ages, offering us timeless insights into our psyche. These narratives provide more than just cautionary tales. They offer a lens through which we can perceive our shadow, making the abstract and unconscious elements of our psyche accessible and understandable. The ultimate goal of this exploration is to guide you towards embracing your shadow, not as an adversary, but as an invaluable aspect of your being that, when integrated, can lead to a more authentic, fulfilled life. We'll equip you with the knowledge and tools necessary for this integration process, aiming to transform the way you perceive yourself and your darker aspects. In embarking on this journey together, we're not just seeking to confront or battle the shadow, but to understand and accept it as a vital part of our identity. This is not about vanquishing a part of ourselves, but about achieving a deeper, more compassionate understanding of who we truly are. Through this understanding, we pave the way for a more profound personal growth and the realization of our full potential. Diving deeper into the intricacies of this concept, it's pivotal to begin with its definition and origin as laid out by Carl Jung, who remains a towering figure in the realm of depth psychology. The shadow is essentially that part of our psyche that the conscious ego refuses to acknowledge as a part of itself. This component of our personality harbors thoughts, feelings, desires, and memories that, at some point, were judged by our conscious self or societal norms as unacceptable or inappropriate. These elements do not vanish. Instead, they are banished to the shadow, a repository for everything we deny in ourselves, but still exert influence over our thoughts, feelings, and actions in ways we might not consciously recognize. The characteristics of this idea are as diverse as human nature itself. It encompasses the repressed ideas, weaknesses, desires, instincts, and shortcomings that we choose to hide or deny. The shadow can include traits that society typically views negatively, such as envy, greed, selfishness, or the capacity for cruelty. However, it's crucial to understand that the shadow also contains positive attributes, talents, and abilities we've sidelined, parts of our personality we've suppressed under societal or familial pressure to conform. It is not just the dark side of our psyche in terms of morality or ethics, but includes any aspect of ourselves that we have pushed out of our awareness. The formation of the shadow begins early in life. As children, we receive cues from family, educators, and society about what behaviors and traits are acceptable. Those that receive praise and encouragement become integrated into our conscious identity, while those met with disapproval or punishment are repressed into the shadow. This process is not just about social taboos. It includes the personal preferences and prejudices of those who raise and influence us. A child who is taught to prioritize intellect over emotional expression might repress their emotional sensitivity into their dark side, viewing it as a weakness rather than a strength. Over time, this collection of repressed traits forms a substantial part of our unconscious psyche, influencing our lives in ways we might not be aware of. Moving to the impact of the shadow, its unchecked presence within our psyche can have profound negative consequences on various aspects of our lives. When we fail to acknowledge and integrate this concept, it can manifest as self-sabotage, where unconscious impulses derail our conscious goals and desires. This self-sabotage can appear in personal relationships, career aspirations, or our efforts towards self-improvement. The shadow can drive us to act against our best interests, undermining our relationships through unexplained outbursts of anger, jealousy, or resentment, or by fostering an internal narrative that convinces us we are unworthy of love, success, or happiness. Projection is another significant mechanism through which the shadow asserts its influence. Projection occurs when we attribute the qualities, desires, and faults we refuse to acknowledge in ourselves to others. This psychological defense mechanism serves to protect our conscious ego from recognizing parts of ourselves we find unacceptable. However, projection leads to misunderstanding, prejudice, and conflict in our interpersonal relationships. By projecting our negative traits onto others, we fail to see them as they truly are, instead interacting with a distorted reflection of our own shadow. This not only hampers our ability to form genuine connections, but can also contribute to wider societal issues of discrimination and intolerance, as collective shadows of groups or cultures project their fears and prejudices onto the other. Now, I will try to illustrate how this concept can manifest in behaviors and attitudes. Consider the scenario of a person who prides themselves on their rationality and disdains emotional expression, viewing it as a sign of weakness. This individual might frequently find themselves in conflicts that escalate due to their inability to empathize with others' feelings, not realizing that their disdain for emotion is a projection of their unresolved conflict with their own repressed emotional sensitivity. Another example could be someone who vehemently criticizes others for dishonesty or unethical behavior, not recognizing their own capacity for deceit or moral compromise, which they have repressed into their dark side. In both cases, the individuals are unaware that their reactions and attitudes towards others are reflections of their internal struggles with aspects of themselves they've denied. These manifestations of the shadow can lead to cycles of behavior that reinforce negative self-concepts, perpetuate conflict, and hinder personal growth. The journey toward recognizing and integrating the dark side, therefore, becomes essential not just for personal well-being, but for the health of our relationships and the broader social fabric. Understanding the shadow, its origins, characteristics, and the ways it can negatively impact our lives sets the stage for the crucial work of shadow integration. Acknowledging and embracing the repressed parts of ourselves offers a path to greater authenticity, deeper relationships, and a more fulfilling life. This exploration requires courage and honesty, but promises profound rewards. A life lived in greater harmony with oneself and others, illuminated by the awareness and acceptance of the full spectrum of our being. The exploration of mythology across cultures unveils a rich tapestry of stories that, beyond their entertainment value, serve a deeper psychological purpose. Myths have been used since time immemorial to explain the unexplainable, to teach moral lessons, and to reflect the inner workings of the human psyche. They are the collective dreams of societies, embodying the fears, desires, and values of cultures. Within these narratives lie profound insights into human behavior and psychological truths, particularly concerning the aspects of ourselves we least understand or fear to confront: the shadow. Carl Jung's concept of archetypes is instrumental in understanding the psychological underpinnings of mythology. Archetypes are innate, universal prototypes for ideas and may manifest in themes, symbols, or characters across various cultures, myths, and stories. These are not just mere cultural inventions, but emanate from the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of human experiences and memories inherited from our ancestors. Among these archetypes, we find the shadow, representing the dark side of the human psyche. This archetype is not merely an individual experience, but a universal one, manifesting across various myths and legends, showcasing the ubiquity of our inner struggles with the parts of ourselves we deny or wish to hide. The story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, though not a myth in the traditional sense, serves as a potent allegory for this concept. Dr. Jekyll represents the socially acceptable persona, the conscious self that adheres to societal norms and values. Mr. Hyde, on the other hand, embodies Dr. Jekyll's repressed desires and instincts, his shadow. The transformation from Jekyll into Hyde illustrates the dangerous consequences of denying and repressing these darker aspects. Rather than integrating his shadow, Dr. Jekyll's attempts to separate and conceal it only give it more power, leading to his eventual downfall. This story mirrors the internal struggle many face in reconciling their public personas with their private desires and fears. In Greek mythology, the tale of the Minotaur trapped within the labyrinth can be interpreted as a metaphor for the shadow. The Minotaur, a creature both man and beast, represents the primal, animalistic instincts that lurk within the depths of our psyche, our shadow selves that we, like King Minos, attempt to hide away in the labyrinths of our unconscious. The hero's journey to slay the Minotaur, navigating the complex maze, parallels the individual's journey to confront and integrate their dark side. It's a powerful narrative on the necessity of facing our deepest fears and darkest aspects to find wholeness and harmony within ourselves. The dual nature of gods and heroes in various cultures further illustrates the universality of this concept. Many deities and legendary figures embody both virtuous and malevolent characteristics, reflecting the complex duality of human nature. These stories acknowledge that light cannot exist without darkness, and that virtue is often interwoven with vice. By presenting gods and heroes with flaws and dark impulses, mythology teaches us that the struggle with the shadow is an integral part of the human experience, one that even the divine cannot escape. Learning from mythology, we can begin to see our own shadows reflected in the tales of old. These stories offer us a mirror, revealing that the internal struggle with our darker aspects is a universal one. They encourage us to confront our darkness, not with fear or aversion, but with the understanding that this confrontation is necessary for growth and transformation. Myths teach us that the shadow is not an enemy to be vanquished, but a part of ourselves to be understood and integrated. They remind us that by acknowledging and embracing our darker sides, we can emerge stronger, more balanced, and more fully ourselves. These mythological narratives, rich with symbolic meaning, offer a roadmap for navigating our own psychological labyrinths. They provide comfort in knowing that our struggles with the shadow are not solitary ones, but are shared across the human condition. By engaging with these stories, we can glean insights into our own psyche, learning to embrace the totality of our being, both light and shadow. In doing so, we unlock the potential for profound personal growth, self-acceptance, and a deeper understanding of what it means to be human. In the tapestry of literature and mythology, the mirror emerges as a compelling symbol, casting light on the journey of self-reflection and the unveiling of truths lurking in the recesses of our psyche. This emblem transcends its physical function, beckoning us to peer deeper than our surface reflections, to confront the shadow that dwells within. Through the mirror, myths and stories unfurl a pathway to self-awareness, framing it as a tool not merely for introspection, but for the revelation of the concealed aspects of our personality, the shadow that we often choose to ignore or hide from view. The historical and cultural landscapes are rich with the symbolism of the mirror, serving as a medium for exploring themes of identity, truth, and self-awareness. In the Greek myth of Narcissus, the mirror of the water surface captures not just a reflection but a fatal attraction, leading Narcissus into a self-obsessed trance from which he cannot escape. This myth serves as a stark warning about the perils of excessive self-focus and the failure to acknowledge our dark side. It illustrates the danger of an unbalanced fascination with one's image, neglecting the deeper, multifaceted layers of the self that the mirror also offers to reveal. This narrative of reflection and revelation transcends cultural boundaries, with mirrors often portrayed as gateways to understanding one's deeper nature. These stories suggest that true self-awareness requires the bravery to face our entire selves, inviting us to confront not only our outward identities, but also the shadow that lies beneath. By engaging with the mirror's symbolism, we are encouraged to embark on a profound journey of self-discovery, to explore the hidden corridors of our being, and to integrate these revelations into a fuller understanding of ourselves. Psychologically, ancient tales that incorporate mirrors can be seen as allegories for the process of self-examination and the discovery of our shadow. These narratives urge us to look beyond the surface, to delve into the depths of our psyche and confront the aspects of ourselves we might prefer to keep out of the light. This allegorical use of the mirror in myth and literature invites us to reflect on our actions, emotions, and thoughts, to uncover and confront the shadow within, thereby fostering a journey towards a more authentic and integrated self. The practical application of the mirror metaphor in our lives serves as a powerful mechanism for personal growth. It encourages us to engage in a reflective practice, seeing beyond our immediate perceptions to the deeper truths of our nature. This introspective journey allows us to recognize and embrace the complexity of our character, including the shadow aspects that we may have sought to repress or deny. By acknowledging and integrating these parts of ourselves, we can achieve a greater harmony and authenticity in our lives. Integrating reflection into our understanding of personal myths and narratives provides a means to comprehend and accept the entirety of our identity, shadow included. Just as the mirror in myths reveals hidden truths, our personal stories, imbued with victories, struggles, and contradictions, offer insights into our deeper selves. Reflecting on these narratives allows us to embrace our whole selves, recognizing that our darkness, as much as our light, contributes to the rich tapestry of who we are. In weaving the shadow into the narrative of self-reflection and personal growth, we acknowledge that understanding and integrating our dark side is not a task to be feared but embraced. It is a journey towards self-acceptance, wherein the mirror, literal and metaphorical, serves not as a tool for vanity but as a gateway to deeper self-knowledge and integration. Encountering the deeper aspects of our psyche, particularly those parts we've pushed into the background, requires a deliberate and conscious effort. This journey into self-discovery is not about casting light on our shortcomings for the sake of criticism, but about embracing the entirety of our being to foster growth and understanding. Recognizing these hidden facets, our repressed desires, fears, and impulses, begins with a careful observation of our emotional reactions, projections, and the narratives we find in our dreams. These elements serve as signposts, guiding us towards a deeper understanding of our internal landscape. Emotional reactions, especially those that seem disproportionate to their triggers, can often be indicators of deeper issues lying beneath our conscious awareness. When we find ourselves overreacting or feeling unusually strong emotions in certain situations, it's a cue to look deeper. These intense emotions are often the result of unacknowledged parts of ourselves making themselves known. Similarly, the act of projection, where we attribute our own unacceptable feelings and thoughts to others, can reveal what we've been unwilling to confront within ourselves. Dreams, with their rich symbolism and capacity to bypass our conscious defenses, provide another valuable avenue for exploration. They can mirror aspects of our psyche that we've ignored or repressed, offering insights into our deeper selves. The practice known as shadow work is a method designed for this very exploration and integration. It's a process of delving into the deeper, often unexplored territories of the self, acknowledging the existence of these repressed parts and understanding their influence on our lives. Shadow work is not a journey to be undertaken lightly. It requires courage, honesty, and a willingness to face discomfort. Yet it is a profoundly rewarding practice that can lead to increased authenticity, self-acceptance, and a deeper connection to the self and others. Incorporating mindfulness, meditation, and journaling into shadow work enhances the process by fostering a space of non-judgmental awareness. Mindfulness, the practice of being present and fully engaged with the moment without judgment, allows us to observe our thoughts, feelings, and reactions as they are. This practice can help us become aware of the patterns that signal the influence of the repressed aspects of our psyche. Meditation deepens this process by quieting the mind and allowing for a more profound introspection. It can create the mental and emotional space necessary to confront and integrate these hidden parts of ourselves. Journaling acts as a complementary practice, providing a tangible way to document and process the insights gained through mindfulness and meditation. Writing about our experiences, emotions, and the symbols that arise in our dreams can help us articulate and understand the complex dynamics at play within our psyche. It allows us to trace the threads of our emotional reactions and projections back to their origins, offering clues to the nature of what we've pushed into the shadows. The journey of encountering and integrating these aspects of ourselves is a path toward wholeness. It involves recognizing the parts of ourselves we've hidden away, our vulnerabilities, fears, and unacknowledged desires, and understanding how they've shaped our lives. By doing so, we not only become more authentic and integrated individuals, but also improve our relationships with others. Understanding our projections helps us see others more clearly, free from the distortion of our unacknowledged traits. This process of deep introspection, acceptance, and integration is transformative. It does not mean that we become perfect or that we no longer have aspects of ourselves that challenge us. Rather, it means that we become more aware of the complexity of our nature and more accepting of ourselves as multifaceted beings. We learn to embrace the full spectrum of our humanity, understanding that our darker aspects, just like our areas of light and strength, are integral to who we are. This acceptance brings with it a sense of peace and a deeper capacity for compassion towards ourselves and others. The practice of recognizing and integrating these deeper aspects of ourselves is a journey of profound personal growth. It requires mindfulness, reflection, and a willingness to face the discomfort of confronting what we've repressed. Yet, the rewards of this journey are immeasurable, leading to a life of greater authenticity, self-acceptance, and compassion. Through this process, we learn not only to understand ourselves more deeply, but also to navigate the world with a greater sense of empathy and connection. Integrating the deeper, often unacknowledged parts of our psyche represents a pivotal step in the journey towards self-actualization and wholeness. This process, far from being an end to self-improvement, marks the beginning of a richer, more nuanced engagement with life. The benefits of such integration are manifold, profoundly affecting our sense of self, our creativity, our energy levels, and our capacity for growth. By embracing the full spectrum of our personality, including those aspects we might have previously shunned or ignored, we pave the way for a more authentic existence. Authenticity here is not merely about honesty with others, but living in alignment with our true selves, unencumbered by the need to repress or deny parts of our nature. This newfound authenticity fuels creativity by unlocking the doors to a vast inner landscape previously cordoned off. The parts of ourselves that we push into the shadows often contain untapped wellsprings of creativity and innovation. By integrating these aspects, we allow ourselves access to a broader range of emotions, experiences, and viewpoints, enriching our creative endeavors. Moreover, this integration process liberates a significant amount of psychic energy previously devoted to maintaining the barriers between our conscious awareness and the repressed parts of our psyche. This energy can then be redirected toward more constructive and fulfilling pursuits, enhancing our engagement with life and our capacity for joy and satisfaction. Personal growth is perhaps the most profound benefit of integrating these deeper aspects of ourselves. This growth is not linear but expansive, opening us up to new dimensions of experience and understanding. It involves developing a more compassionate and comprehensive relationship with ourselves, recognizing our multifaceted nature, and learning to navigate the complexities of our inner world with grace and wisdom. This journey toward integration fosters resilience, adaptability, and a deeper sense of connection with others as we become more attuned to the nuances of human experience. The path to integration involves several practical steps, each requiring intentionality and commitment. The first step is acknowledgement, a process that involves shining a light on the parts of ourselves that we have been avoiding. This step is crucial and can be challenging, as it requires us to confront aspects of our personality or experiences that we may find uncomfortable or painful. Acknowledgement is not about self-judgment, but about recognizing the existence of these aspects as part of our overall being. Understanding the origins of these traits and experiences is the next step. This involves exploring the roots of our behaviors, emotions, and thought patterns, seeking to understand how they came to be repressed or denied. This exploration can uncover the impact of past traumas, societal conditioning, or family dynamics, providing insights into why we might have felt the need to distance ourselves from certain parts of our being. Acceptance follows understanding, marking a critical phase in the integration process. Acceptance does not imply resignation or complacency, but rather a compassionate embracing of our entire self. It involves recognizing that every aspect of our personality, even those we might have judged harshly, has contributed to the person we are today. This step is vital for moving beyond conflict and division within ourselves, fostering a sense of internal harmony and peace. For many, the journey of integration is facilitated by therapeutic assistance, especially when dealing with deeper, more complex issues. Professional guidance can provide a supportive and structured environment for exploring the depths of our psyche. Therapists trained in depth psychology, Jungian analysis, or other relevant modalities can offer invaluable insights and tools for navigating this process. They can help us to safely confront and work through the challenges that arise, ensuring that we do not become overwhelmed by the intensity of the emotions or memories that may surface. Therapy can also provide a mirror for our experiences, reflecting back to us the parts of ourselves that we might have difficulty seeing clearly, facilitating a deeper understanding and acceptance. The journey toward integrating the deeper aspects of our being is both challenging and profoundly rewarding. It offers a pathway to a more authentic, creative, and energized life marked by continuous personal growth. This process requires courage, patience, and a willingness to engage with the complexities of our inner world. With the right support and a commitment to self-exploration, integration can transform our relationship with ourselves and the world around us, leading to a life of greater fulfillment and meaning. In the course of our exploration, we've journeyed deep into the realm of the psyche, unraveling the concept of the shadow, a term coined by Carl Jung to describe the hidden, darker aspects of our personality that reside in our unconscious. We've discovered that the shadow is not merely a source of negativity, but a repository of repressed desires, fears, instincts, and untapped potential. Its recognition and integration into our conscious life stand as a monumental step towards achieving authenticity, emotional balance, and personal growth. We delved into the significance of confronting and acknowledging the shadow, highlighting how this process can lead to increased self-awareness and a more holistic understanding of ourselves. By embracing the entirety of our being, both the light and dark aspects, we unlock the door to a richer, more vibrant life, marked by creativity, vitality, and a profound sense of wholeness. The journey of shadow integration is not without its challenges, requiring courage, introspection, and a willingness to face the discomfort that comes with confronting aspects of ourselves we've long ignored or hidden away. Moreover, we've explored practical steps for engaging with and integrating the shadow, including the pivotal roles of mindfulness, meditation, and journaling. These practices serve as invaluable tools in the quest for self-discovery, allowing us to observe, understand, and accept the multifaceted nature of our being. For those who find themselves confronting deeper, more complex issues, we've emphasized the importance of seeking therapeutic assistance, a supportive partnership that can guide and facilitate the journey toward integration. The invitation to embark on your own journey of self-discovery and shadow integration stands before you. This journey is a deeply personal one, unique to each individual, yet it is also a universal path that many have walked before. It promises a rewarding transformation, leading to a life lived with greater authenticity, creativity, and inner peace. I encourage you then to take the first step. Begin with curiosity and an open heart, ready to explore the depths of your own psyche. Embrace the process of self-reflection, allowing yourself to see and accept all parts of yourself. Remember, the journey toward integrating the shadow is not a quest for perfection, but a path to understanding and wholeness. Along the way, you will likely encounter challenges and discomfort, but know that these are signs of progress, markers of your courage to confront and embrace the complexity of your being. Let this exploration be a beacon of light guiding you through the shadowy corridors of your inner world. Allow it to inspire a journey not just of self-discovery, but of self-recreation, where each step, each revelation brings you closer to the fullest expression of who you are. So step into the mirror of your own existence, look beyond the surface, and venture into the depths. There in the shadow you will find not just hidden fears and repressed desires, but the keys to your untapped potential and authentic self. Embrace this journey with courage and compassion, for it is the path to a life of depth, fulfillment, and true self-acceptance.